welcome to my channel, Math is Fine. This is free online lesson, so please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that whenever I uploaded a new video, you will be notified. By the way, I am Cheryl Esguera, a mathematics teacher by profession. Today, we're going to talk about how to convert Philippine time to different time zones around the world. This is from UTC until the time zones behind the UTC. So, have fun in learning, guys, and keep watching! Okay guys, before we're going to convert Philippine time to different time zones around the world, let's study first about the 12-hour clock and 24-hour clock. Okay guys, in a 12-hour system of time, it is divided into two parts, AM or ante-meridian or PM or post-meridian. The time from 12 midnight until 12 noon, that is for AM, and from 12 noon until 12 midnight, that is for PM. In a 24-hour clock, there is no AM or PM. The first two digits here at the left side, that is intended for hours, and the second two digits at the right side, that is intended for the minutes. It starts with 0 hour and until 24 hours. That is one complete rotation of the earth towards the sun, and that makes one day. How are we going to convert 12-hour clock into 24-hour clock? Time from 12 noon or less, that is AM, is just the same with the 24-hour clock. Just like, for example, 5 AM, this is just 500 hours. 1 AM, this is 100 hours. Okay, but time from more than 12 noon, from 1 PM till here, okay, we need to add 12 hours to make that one into their 24-hour clock. For example, 1 PM, we're going to add 12. This is 1 plus 12. The answer is equal to 13. And we're going to put two zeros here for the minutes. Then we can read this one as 1300 hours. Another one, for example, 8 PM plus 12. 8 plus 12, the answer is equal to 20. Then put two zeros for the place of minutes. Then we can read this one as 2000 hours. Okay, how about 24 hours? And so we're going to change that one into 12-hour clock. Okay, for example, 2300 hours. We're going to change this one into 12-hour clock. Okay, this is so easy. Just subtract 12 hours. Okay, 23 minus 12, the answer is equal to 11. And that is 11 PM because time more than 1200 hours, 2300 hours is more than 1200 hours, are PM. So that's the way how we're going to convert 24-hour clock to 12-hour clock and vice versa. Okay guys, we know already the 12-hour clock and the 24-hour clock. And now it's time for us to convert Philippine time to the other time around the world. Okay, let's start first with the time from London, UK, Madrid, Dublin, Ireland, Barcelona, Spain, Paris, France, Edinburgh, Scotland, Monaco, Luxembourg, and Amsterdam. If you have some friends out there or relatives, their time zones that is equal to GMT 0. So the time difference between Philippines and these places, that is equal to 8 hours. So if we're going to convert our time to their time, we're just going to subtract our time to the time difference. Okay, by the way, they have their standard time and they have also their daylight saving time. Okay, daylight saving time in Europe that starts from March 29, 2020 until October 25, 2020, that is Sunday. So our example here is March 2, 2020. It means that they are still in their standard time. Okay, to convert 7 a.m. March 2, 2020 to their time, so we're just going to subtract 7 minus 8. 7 minus 8 cannot be, so we're going to make this 7 into 24-hour clock. 7 plus 12, that is equal to 19. Then we're going to subtract the time difference, which is equal to 8. 19 minus 8, that is equal to 11. So how do we know that this is 11 a.m. or p.m.? Okay, looking back to our time, we are in 7 a.m. So it means that if we're going to move that one backward 8 hours, then this is equal to 11 p.m. Okay, their time and date, that is March 1, 2020, 11 p.m. Another way of getting the answer is, for me, I'm using the 12-hour reference. Okay, for a 12-hour reference, I'm going to just subtract 12 minus 8 hours time difference, that is equal to 4. What shall I do with this difference 4? I'm going to add this one to the time. Okay, if the time that we're going to convert is 7 plus 4, that is equal to 11. So, the same, that is 11 p.m. Or if we're going to write that one in a 24-hour clock, that is 2300 hours. Okay, how about during daylight saving time? During daylight saving time, they add 1 hour to their standard time. So, they are now in GMT plus 1. So, it means that the time difference between Philippines during daylight saving times with these places is just 7 hours. So, we just subtract 7 our time, 7 a.m. minus 7 time difference, that is 7 minus 7, the answer is equal to 0. As we know that, in a 24-hour clock, it starts with 0 hours. So, 0 hour, that is equal to 12 midnight. That is April 16, 2020, 12 midnight. Okay, that is how we're going to write in a 24-hour clock. Okay guys, let's move to other places. Okay, it is from Berlin, Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, Copenhagen, Denmark, Oslo, Norway, Rome, Italy, and Stockholm, Sweden. Okay, if you have some friends and relatives living there, their time zone is equal to GMT plus 1. So, if we are here in GMT plus 8, the Philippine time zone, then they are in GMT plus 1, so it means that the time difference that is equal to 7 hours during standard time. Okay. If we're going to convert March 2, 2020, 9 a.m. to their time and date, so that will equal to 9 our time minus 7, the time difference, that is equal to 2. So how do we know again that it is 2 a.m. or 2 p.m.? Looking back to our time. Okay, we are in 9 a.m. Then we're going to move backward. So it means that this is 2 a.m. Okay, their time and date, that is equal to March 2, 2020, 2 a.m. And we can write that one into a 24-hour clock, that is 200 hours. Okay, how about during daylight time? Okay, during daylight time, that is, their time zone is equal to GMT plus 2. So, the time difference now is not 7 hours, but it is 6 hours. So, if we're going to convert 9 a.m. with a time difference of 6 hours, then their time is equal to 3. Then, that is equal to 3 a.m. because we are moving backward. So, their time and date, that is April 16, 2020, 3 a.m. Okay, if we're going to write that one into 24-hour clock, that is 300 hours. Okay guys, the next one is from Athens, Greece, Bucharest, Romania, Sofia, Bulgaria, Harare, Zimbabwe, Kiev, Ukraine, and Egypt. Okay, their GMT time zone that is equal to GMT plus 2. So, we are GMT plus 8, Philippine Standard Time Zone, then 8 minus 2, the answer is equal to 6. So, the time difference is equal to 6 hours. So, if we're going to convert March 2, 2020, 11 a.m. to their time, so we are just going to subtract 11 Philippine time minus 6, the time difference, that is equal to 5. So how do we know again whether this is AM or PM? Looking back to our time, 11 AM. So it means that we're going to move backward. So this is 5 AM. So their time and date is equal to March 2, 2020, 5 AM. Okay, we can write that one also to a 24-hour clock, 500 hours. Okay, how about during their daylight saving time? Okay, during their daylight saving time, their time zone now is equal to GMT plus 3. So the time difference between Philippines and these places is equal to 5 hours. So if we're going to convert April 16, 2020, 11 a.m., just subtract 11 Philippine time minus time difference, which is 5 hours. 11 minus 5, that is equal to 6. So this is 11 a.m. moving backwards, so it means that this is 6 a.m. Okay, their time and date is equal to April 16, 2020, 6 a.m. And so we can write also that one into a 24-hour clock, 600 hours. Okay guys, next is from Moscow, Russia, Kuwait, Baghdad, Iraq, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Doha, Qatar, Sana, Yemen, and Manama, Bahrain. If you have some friends and relatives who are living there and working there, their time zone that is equal to GMT plus 3. Okay, if we're going to convert Philippine time to their time, the time difference is equal to 5 hours. So just subtract 2 minus 5. Philippine time is 2 p.m. Then just subtract the time difference, which is equal to 5 hours. So 2 minus 5, that cannot be. We're going to make 2 into a 24-hour clock again. So 2 plus 12, the answer is equal to 14. Minus 5 hours, the time difference, that is equal to 9. So, again, how do we know that this is 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.? So, since we are here 2 p.m., then we're going to move backward because we are ahead than them. So, it means that this is 9 a.m. So, another way of getting the answer is using the 12-hour difference. Okay, if we're going to use the 12 hours difference, okay, from 12 hours reference, we're just going to subtract 5, the time difference, then that is equal to 7. Then this difference, we're going to add it by the time. Okay, if we're going to convert 2 p.m., that is 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. Okay, that is 9 a.m. Okay, these places, they don't have daylight saving time. So, we are just going to convert their standard time. Okay guys, next is from Abu Dhabi, UAE, Muscat, Oman, and Dubai, United Arab of Emirates. Okay, if you have some friends, relatives, and loved ones living there or working there, their time zone is GMT plus 4. So, the time difference is 4 hours. If we're going to convert April 16, 2020, 3 p.m. to their time, we're just going to subtract 3 by 4. Since we can subtract 3 by 4, we're going to make 3 into a 24-hour clock. Okay, 3 plus 12 is equal to 15. Minus 4, the time difference, that is equal to 11. Since we're moving backward, this is 3 p.m., so it means that this is 11 a.m. Okay, another way of getting the answer is using the 12-hour reference. Okay, for 12-hour reference, that is 12 minus 4, that is equal to 8. Then 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. So, say 11 a.m. Okay, their time and date is April 16, 2020, 11 a.m. or 1100 hours. Okay, they don't observe daylight saving time. Okay, guys, the next one is from Malaysia, Singapore, Cambodia, Jakarta, Indonesia, Laos, Thailand, and Vietnam. Okay, if you have some friends, relatives, or loved ones living there or working in that countries, so their time zone is equal to GMT plus 7. Philippines is GMT plus 8, so it means that Philippines is just 1 hour ahead than them. So if we're going to convert April 16, 2020, 8 p.m., so we're just going to subtract 1 hour. 8 minus 1, the answer is equal to 7. So 8 p.m., so this means that is only 7 p.m. So their time and date is April 16, 2020, 7 p.m. Or we can write that one into a 24-hour clock, that is 1900 hours. Okay, and these places also, they don't observe daylight saving time. Okay guys, next is from Beijing, China, Hong Kong, Shanghai, China, Brunei, Timor-Leste, Taiwan, Perth, Australia, and Denpasar, Indonesia. So, again, if you have some friends, relatives, and loved ones working or living there, their time zone is equal to GMT plus 8. So, it means that we have the same time. No need to convert. Okay, if April 16, 2020, 8 p.m. in the Philippines, then and their time also is April 16, 2020, 8 p.m. also. Okay guys, next is South Korea and Japan. Their time zone is GMT plus 9 or 9 hours ahead than the UTC. So if we're going to convert Philippine time to their time, which is they are advanced by 1 hour than Philippine time, we're just going to add 1 hour to Philippine time. Okay, if that is 10 p.m., then we're just going to add 1, then that is 11 p.m. or 2300 hours. Japan and South Korea don't observe daylight saving time. Okay guys, next is from Melbourne, Australia, Brisbane, Australia, Canberra, Australia, Papua New Guinea, and Guam. If you have some friends, relatives, and loved ones working or living there, and their time zone is equal to GMT plus 10. So, they are 2 hours advanced than the Philippine time. So, if in the Philippines is 7 p.m., then we're going to add 2 hours. Their time is equal to 9 p.m. or 2100 hours. During daylight saving time, we're going to add 3 hours. So, it becomes 10 p.m. if 7 p.m. in Philippine time. Okay guys, next is from Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, part of Indiana, part of Kentucky, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, parts of Tennessee, Vermont, Virginia, West Virginia, and Washington, D.C. If you have some friends and relatives who are working there, then their time zone is GMT -5. They're using their Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time. So if we're going to get the time difference between Philippines and their time, so Philippines is ahead 13 hours than them. So to convert Philippine time to their time, so for example in Philippines is March 2, 2020, 9 p.m. So for me, I'm just using the 12 hours reference. I just get the exact opposite of 9 p.m. which is equal to 9 a.m. Since we are 13 hours ahead. So, we're just going to subtract it by 1 hour. So, it becomes 8 a.m. during Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that is our answer, or 800 hours. But during Eastern Daylight Time, their time zone, it becomes GMT -4. So it means that the time difference now is 12 hours. So we just get the exact opposite of 9 p.m. For example, we're going to convert 9 p.m. Then the exact opposite for that is equal to 9 a.m. Okay, Eastern Daylight Time, that is from March 8, 2020, that is Sunday, until November 1, 2020, Sunday also. Okay guys, next is from Alabama, Arkansas, part of Florida, Illinois, part of Indiana, Iowa, part of Kansas, part of Kentucky, Louisiana, part of Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, part of South Dakota, part of Tennessee, most of Texas, and Wisconsin. If you have some friends and relatives who are working or living there, then their time zone is -6 GMT. They're using the Central Standard Time or Central Daylight Time. So, it means that Philippines is 14 hours ahead than these places. So, how we're going to convert, for example, in the Philippines is March 2, 2020, 6 a.m. to their time. So, for me, I'm just using the exact opposite for this. 6 a.m. I get the 12 hours difference for that. That is 6 p.m. Then, since Philippines is just 14 hours ahead, then I'm going to subtract it by 2 hours. So, it becomes 4. Okay. During their Central Standard Time, 6 a.m. that is equal to March 2, 2020, 4 p.m. or 1600 hours. Okay. During their Central Daylight Time, they are now in their -5 GMT. So, Philippines is just 13 hours ahead than them. So, again, okay, get the exact opposite of 6 a.m. that is equal to 6 p.m. Then, since we are 13 hours advanced, we're going to subtract it by 1. Then, 6 minus 1, the answer is 5. So, we get the answer of 5 p.m. or 17 hours. So, Central Daylight Time in USA start from March 8, 2020 and ends until November 1, 2020, Sunday. Okay guys, next is from Arizona, Colorado, parts of Idaho, parts of Kansas, Montana, parts of Nebraska, New Mexico, parts of North Dakota, parts of Oregon, part of South Dakota, part of Texas, Utah, and Wyoming. If you have some friends or relatives who are working or living there, then their time zone is -7 GMT or 7 hours behind the UTC. They're using the Mountain Standard Time or the Mountain Daylight Time. But Arizona is not using a Mountain Daylight Time. They are just using the Mountain Standard Time. So, the exact difference between these places and the Philippine time is 15 hours. So, we're going to subtract to the Philippine time by 15 hours. For me, to make it easier, I'm just getting the exact opposite of our time. For example, 6 a.m. So, the exact opposite for that is 6 p.m. The same number, just change a.m. or p.m. Then, since it is 15 hours advanced, I'm going to subtract it by 3. Why 3? Because 15 minus 3 is 15 minus 12 is equal to 3. Okay, 6 minus 3, the answer is equal to 3. Then copy PM. Then our answer is March 1, 2020, 3 p.m. or 1500 hours. For Mountain Daylight Time, their GMT now, it becomes -6. So, Philippines is just 14 hours ahead than them. So again, we're going to get the exact opposite of 6 a.m. that is equal to 6 p.m. Since that is 14 hours ahead, 14 minus 12 is equal to 2. We're going to subtract it here by 2. Then that is equal to 4. Then copy PM. Then our answer now is equal to April 15, 2020, 4 p.m. or 1600 hours. Okay, that's the way how we're going to convert Philippine time to mountain time. Okay, as we know that Mountain Daylight Time starts from March 8, 2020 until November 1, 2020. Okay guys, next is from California, parts of Idaho, Nevada, most of Oregon, and Washington. Their time zone is -8 GMT. It means that Philippines is 16 hours ahead than them. So to calculate the time in these places using Philippine time and date March 2, 2020, 7 a.m. First is we're going to get the exact opposite of 7 a.m. that is equal to 7 p.m. Then since that is 16 hours ahead, Philippines is 16 hours ahead, we're going to subtract it here by 4. Why it's 4? That is 16 minus 12 is equal to 4. So 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. So their time is equal to 3 p.m. March 1, 2020, 3 p.m. or 1500 hours. Okay, during Pacific Daylight Time, their time zone becomes -7. So Philippines is just 15 hours ahead than them. Then again, we are going to get the 12 hours difference with that. 7 a.m. that is 12 p.m. Then 15 hours, 15 minus 12 is equal to 3. Just subtract here by 3. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Just copy PM. Then we get the time, the answer of April 15, 2020, 4 p.m. or 1600 hours.
Thank you for watching my video, and for those who are not yet subscribing, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. Until next time guys!